Small talk, I hate it too. It's not just you guys, but I figure we could talk about it a little bit and just vent it out. There's some positives with it, so just we have to embrace it a little bit. Just not a lot, not this much, but it's good to put into our little toolbox of things to do in life. Just um,
It's not my favorite. So we have to understand that small talk, it's basically a bridge, right? It's a bridge to communication. And I think a big part of why, us INFPs don't necessarily like it is because it's that barrier, like, the quote said in the beginning, the barrier to where our biggest goal when we're communicating with somebody is to get on that deeper level and really talk about meaningful things. Hey, how's the weather? I don't give a I don't. It's just not. Go look outside. If you want to know what the weather is, go walk outside, look up in the sky, and then they'll give your answer. We don't need to talk about it. That's like a huge one. How's the weather? Or like some kind of, you swerve into like a sports conversation. How about them New England Patriots? It's deflection of actually getting to really one-on-one getting to know each other. And we have such a great desire to do so that the small talk, we know it's this deflection type tool. But again, it's the same thing. I feel that we actually miss out on a lot of opportunities because we don't necessarily engage in small talk. I know that's the case for me.
especially on car rides, car rides when I'm with somebody that I'm not really comfortable with, which is quite often. But those, I dread those.
Those car rides where it's just you and one other person. For me, I can't carry a long conversation if it's going nowhere. If I know it's superficial and really light on the depth stuff, and I don't have much in common with this individual, I'm going to embrace the silence, how awkward that is. It's going to be super uncomfortable. But I'm going to literally stare out the window, knowing good and well that, oh man, I should say something, but I'd rather die than say something about next year's weather forecast. I don't, and that's the thing. It's like extroverted type people, things like this. This is why it's good to have interactions with those people and have them on our side because, like I said in the beginning, we miss out on a lot of things, a lot of opportunities because we don't take that small step to engage. They're gonna create that bridge for us and they're gonna go talk about that stuff. And then, if we're by their side, hey, we got all out of the way, we like this person, so now you can have a deep conversation with this little INFP friend of mine. Not they're gonna say it that way, but it's good to practice it. I do small talk. I understand its value. And there's a lot of situations where if I'm going to meet somebody or someone I haven't seen in a long time, I play this huge scenario out in my head on the way there. Oh, it's gonna go like this, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna do this. And right when I get to that moment,
I typically choke. I don't say any of this little small talk or phrases or whatever it is. I lock up and I get quiet.
It's just that desire to stay away from that boundary of not. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say the things. It's so frustrating, I mean, because I know it's totally, it's necessary, but it's not going to get us anywhere quickly. Like I don't want to waste time. I am very conscious of the words. I use my words sparingly. So when I'm talking, it's generally something important. Like I'll be quiet, but like that's the thing, I get looked over all the time. But I'm trying to tell the world that, hey, I don't talk much. I don't complain much. But if I'm saying something, then it's probably something important. And that's the thing. Small talk to me is not important. Thus, I'm not going to necessarily waste my words saying it.
I mean, like standard phrases, like, hey, what's up?
When you say what's up, you know good and well, I already know what the answer is going to be. It's already a pre-programmed small talk rebuttal answer that's going to say nothing much. So instead of saying what's up, or just, I do it because you just want to acknowledge people in some way. You can't just just walk by people and ignore them. You can, but it's kind of cold. So, but those comments right there for my job, and again, I think why we INFPs wouldn't be good in a sales type position. It's that initial meet and greet. You're a salesman, you got to go put your best foot forward. You got to capture someone's attention. And to do that, you have to engage in small talk. You have to say something. You can't just, well, I'm not gonna say anything until you open up to me and show me all your deep, dark secrets. You're not gonna get a sale that way. So for us to generally put on that fake persona, or just all that superficial care, things that I generally don't care. I want to know about you.
Not about this thing, how your car is doing. I want to know about just the deeper level of your personality.
And that's how we can communicate deeper when we get to that level. But it's gonna snow next week. If it snows, it snows. But the weatherman's not always right, so let's not talk about it. When it comes, it comes. Let's talk more about you. I'm not advocating for us to jump in the small talk world. I don't believe that I'm ever gonna like it. It's just about understanding its value, its purpose, and things you can get away from it. Because again, there's plenty of opportunities that I've been with where an extroverted type individual has got me in that door, has got me past that small talk. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been on this experience I had with these people, or this adventure, or whatever it might be. I would have lost out on that, because if it was just up for me, I would have kept my mouth shut.
I wouldn't have said anything, and I would have been going home by myself, staring at my same interior wall that I'm very comfortable with.
But again, we do crave new experiences, and it's just part of our fabric. If you don't interact with other individuals because you're so proud of your authenticity to yourself, and also you just don't want to, small talk, it's not about being fake in a sense, but it is, someone's got to engage that conversation. So those car rides for me, they're going to be the dread of my existence. I just can't. They're so uncomfortable and awkward, and I'm part of the one making them awkward. The other person, they'll ask questions. They'll trigger the responses, but me, I'm going to give you the yes or no answers. Ask me how the weather is, instead of me going into storytelling and what I did 2 years ago, and there was this one time I was in a thunderstorm. I'm going to clam up and be like, yeah, the weather's pretty nice, and then it's going to go silent again until they try something else, and I'm waiting for...
It's hard. I know it is. I'm not saying I have the answers to this.
I just wanted to let everyone know that it's not just you thinking that small talk is a very frustrating ordeal for us, but it is part of life. And if you want to make more networking connections where this person may not be your ultimate cup of flavor, but that person may have a connection to this person, blah, 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 and then eventually you find somebody through that path of adventure, and it leads you to somebody who's an INFP, or some individual that you really just never would have met if it wasn't for that small talk, initial, how's the weather conversation, or whatever. So try to work on it. I believe that it helps you out. So
the lesson here is work with small talk. You'll gain a lot of experiences with it, but at the same time, it's just so difficult. So you gotta try it, learn it. And
this video, it was a lot cooler in my head. I had all kinds of stuff that I kind of wanted to lay out, but it didn't really pan. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm out of it today. But I appreciate you guys stopping by for Little Sean adventure today. I appreciate all the support and the comments, and you guys are the best. So I will catch you guys in the next video, and have a great day and enjoy the weather. All right, see ya.